If you wanted to be a mechanic and you sat in a classroom for, a couple hours a day for 6 months, learning everything there is to know about cars, and you come out of that and you know, hey, I know you can ask me any question about cars. I know what I need to do in any situation, and you feel ready to go. And then you get into your garage and it's empty. There are no tools. So you have all this knowledge in your head, but you have no tools to actually work on the car. You know what needs to be done. You know what the problem is. You can see it, but you're just lacking the tools to actually do it. I use this analogy all the time because it's sometimes how we teach the game. As coaches, we have to be very careful that we're kind of jumping ahead and putting the cart in front of the horse, where when we're at training, we're talking more about how the game is played and what we're trying to do, and not giving the players the tools to actually play it. We so quickly want the game to look like we see it on TV, with everyone perfectly spaced and standing where they need to and the ball moving like it is. And so players, we're teaching them how to play the game and what needs to be done. And if you ask players, they know how I should be here and be able to move into this space, and this happens to do this. So their knowledge of the game is great, but their ability and the tools to play it is lacking. And you see this all the time where, again, they understand it, they know what they should be doing, but they can't. If I know as a player I need to receive the ball across my body and change the point of attack, that's the right answer to this problem in the game, but I don't have the technical ability to control the ball, the technical ability to drive a ball accurately across the field, it doesn't matter that I know that that's what should be done. I'm incapable of doing it. So we have to be careful about that, especially with our youngest players, that we get too far ahead of ourselves and we want them to play the game how we have it in our head, and we're skipping over giving them the time and repetitions to improve that technical ability, to develop the tools to play the game. They have the tools, and as their knowledge and understanding grows and they know how to play it, they have the best tools to do it. And that's what you want. Going back to my mechanic analogy, if I came back from learning everything there is about, working on cars, if I come into a garage that are full of the state-of-the-art tools and the best tools possible, I'm going to be a phenomenal mechanic. All right. But if I get into that garage and there's nothing there, then I have all this knowledge I can't use. And you see this often with players. And again, I'm not saying it's only the technical things. The knowledge of how to play the game is critical. And when you're teaching it, the understanding of how to play goes along with technical ability. But as coaches, and sometimes as parents as well, when we're looking at players, how they're advancing, we're more concerned about if they're spread out and if they're understanding where to play their position, versus if they can even trap a ball, dribble at speed, turn with it, strike a ball with both feet. These critical skills are required to play the game, we're skipping over, and in lieu of focusing on just how to play it. So remember this when you are working with your teams, or you're watching your child play. The younger they are, one of the most important things is that they're developing the tools to play the game. The skills are required to be able to execute. As they learn how to play, they understand the game, which is extremely complicated, and there's a lot of things to learn over their time. They have to develop those tools, so as they continue to grow and get older, that they'll have the tools to apply what they're learning in terms of how to play the game at a high level.